And welcome back to the Big VR Show. That's 428 Chase on YouTube. And like I said, welcome back if you've been here before. And if you're new, welcome in. And please like and subscribe if you like the content. My name is Bill, and I'm coming at you live from Mesa, Arizona. I mentioned my location because that's the theme of the series of songs that I'm working on. And what that is any song that has some type of location. Any place, anywhere, any city, state, country, mythical, or real. If it's in the lyrics, the title of the song, the title of the album, um, or if it's even the name of the band, then it qualifies for this series of songs. Now, during my journey, we've been to, most recently, we've been to uh, 29 Palms, located in California. Then that was with Robert Plant. And then we had going to California, I'm sorry, excuse me, a Hotel California by the Eagles. We had Hawaii by Hawk Wind. And I think my last location was Kashmir. Of course, that's by Led Zeppelin. All that traveling has made me worry. That's why the next location is going to be at Our House. Our House by Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. And this actually has the lyrics. So let's go ahead and get into that.
I'll light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. Staring at the fire for hours and hours while I listen to you play your love songs all night long. For me, only for me. Come to me now, and rest your head for just 5 minutes. Everything is done. Such a cozy room, the windows are illuminated by the evening sunshine through them, fiery gems for you, only for you. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. And now, la 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 la
That's a lot of lies.
Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. And now I'll light the fire while you place the flowers in the vase that you bought today.
And we're back. All right, once again, that was Our House by Crosby, Stills, Nash Young. That was from their album Déjà Vu, released in 1970. Now, I hadn't heard this song for quite some time, so I did, I was kind of glad to have the lyrics up. Um, and one of the, part of that song, let me bring it up, the lyrics here. Yeah, right here, this part where it says, while I listen to you play your love songs all night long for me and only for me. Well, the reason I come to that is because I used to have a cassette tape, that I um, put together. So whenever I had a lady date, a lady over to the house after dinner or concert or bar or whatever, um, I had a cassette tape that had all love songs. I mean, it wasn't creepy love songs from wherever. I mean, these were like good popular rock bands who had their little mellow tunes. Kind of love songs. Like Zeppelin. I mean, they had a couple of those songs like that was just set the mood. The rain song for one. Um, I had some Ambrosia, some Jefferson Starship, any kind of relationship or love song. I had like a full, 30-minute cassette tape, filled with songs, side A and side B. Um, and I would just, put that in the tape deck and just let it roll, and then a nice ambient background music for me and my date. Um, but so it was me that played. That was her that would listen while I played my love songs only for her. So so I just like I said, I thought that would be a nice little uh end, proper end to this video. Yes, so Crosby, Stills, Nash Young, Our House, and I'm gonna be leaving my house, but not till tomorrow. I, at any rate, I'm gonna just still travel along, trying to find a new location for the next video. And once again, I'd like to remind folks, if you have a song, in your thoughts or your mind, um, that has some type of location. Again, in case you're checking in late, it's any song that has some type of location, any place, anywhere, any city, state, country, mystical or real. Um, Drop it in the comments, and we'll add it to this series of songs. And also, like I said, we've noticed that a lot of returning viewers to the channel, um, but still haven't subscribed. So tell me what's holding you back? Why haven't you subscribed yet? You can drop that in the comments. Is it, do I smoke too much? I know I'm a heavy smoker. I know there's some non-smokers out there, but my smoke should not be bothering you because you're not here. But is it because uh, my presentation, my reactions? my comments. What's holding you back from subscribing? Um, what can I do to get you to subscribe? I know there's a lot of channels out there that really break down songs a little more than myself. They analyze them, put in their thoughts and their interpretations of the song or what the song meant to them or what they thought the song was meant. You know, I've been listening to music for a long, long time, and and I was always into the lyrics of the songs, but I never really, analyzed them and tried to really sit back and think about what are they talking about? What does that mean? What is this? What gave them the idea for this song? I might have thought that. That might have been a thought that crossed my mind. Where did they get the inspiration for this song? What made them come up with this song? You know, but but I will say the thing that I always thought, thinking about some of the great musicians out there and some of the songs, well, the songs that they write and perform, and it's like they already know ahead of time what's gonna catch them, what's the hook, what's gonna drive them to to like the song or and like I said, I mean, there's it's like they already know ahead of time. It's like they know what buttons to push to get someone interested in the song. So I was always amazed at you know how they were able to foresee, hey, this song is gonna grab people. It's gonna be big, and they so many of them that are. I mean, they just. And then also, what amazes me is just people's general taste in music, and like myself, I grew up and I was it was a teen in the '70s, and that's when all the classic rock was there. I mean, some of the best music of all time probably was done in the '70s. Um, and that's my that's the genre I appreciate most. Is not only because of the songs and how they sounded, but but that's what I grew up with, and it just lingers. I've broadened my horizons some. As far as listening to some later metal and rock music from the '80s, '90s, and the 2000s, but not as heavily as the music of the '70s. I still reflect back to uh, the '70s classics, all the stuff that I knew growing up, and a lot of stuff in the '70s that I hadn't heard, but I am with the advent of YouTube. I'm hearing a lot more music than I really heard before, and a lot of music that I never heard before from the '70s, and I often am surprised. And as far as like I said, that's my preferred style of music, genre, what have you. And then there's music I really just cannot tolerate at all. And don't ask me for reasons why. Um, Country music for one. I mean, I could really barely tolerate country music, and I think it was because um, while I was enjoying my rock and roll of the '70s, I grew up around my sister, my half sister and brother in law. They was in my life a lot, and they was into country western, and my half sister specifically was totally into Elvis. But my brother-in-law, anything country, and I was exposed to a lot of it, and it just wasn't flying with my rock and roll. And as the years gone by, I just never really got into country that much. I mean, there was a time in my life where Hank Williams Sr. I remember my dad, gave me an album. It was like Hank Williams' 20 greatest hits, and I used to listen to some Hank Williams. Usually after a breakup with a girl. You're cheating hard, and there's and I can't even remember any of the other songs really. Have you ever hear a whippoorwill? Uh, yeah, so I mean, yeah, your cold, cold heart, cheating heart, um, and there was some others on that album that was all about broken hearts and heartaches and breakups and you know sad stuff. And that was the only time I would listen to it too. Probably the worst time to listen to it was when I was, when I was bumming, when I was depressed, just lost that girl. And here I am listening to "Crying Your Beers" music. Um, and of course, there's probably some country songs out there that I actually liked, but never wanted to admit it to like my rock and roll friends. I wouldn't say, yeah, I like, Dolly Parton and her Tennessee Mountain Home. Again, hey, there was a couple out there that, that I got exposed to and, could appreciate it. I appreciate the talent behind it all. Believe me. I mean, anytime you can write a song and put music to it, and people love it and buy it. That's the talent. So I can appreciate the talent. It's just like I said, it's just not something I like to listen to much. Um, and then definitely old classic you know I don't know like orchestra type music, elevator music. I could do without that. Really don't get the rap. Again, I understand. I mean, I appreciate the talent behind it. To sit there, especially they call it freestyling. If you could, when rap came on the scene, you seen a lot of people. They always was writing down, you know, rhymes. You see, meet up with some people, and they had a pad, and every now and then you come across somebody that has their pen and paper handy, and that's what they're doing. They're writing down rhymes. Um, the first time, somebody tried to get me into hip hop, the guy I worked with, he would do some freestyling, and he was coaching me how to do it and how to get into it, but yeah, I couldn't get that flow going. But at any rate, but uh, I guess that's all I have for you right now. Again, put it in the comments. Tell me what you think of the discussion I just had. Your thoughts on music. What's your favorite? Which ones do you hate or dislike or just can't tolerate? Um, or like I said, if you have any type of song with a location, put that in the comments. And again, comment on what's holding you back from subscribing to the channel. Y'all have a good night.